Hello and welcome to ComputerWeekly.com's CIO interview series. With these videos, we aim to give you the thinking of the most senior people in IT in the UK. And where better place to start than here at Claridges for the CW 500 Club, the regular meeting place for the UK's leading IT directors, heads of IT and CIOs. Today, at this invitation-only event, we're going to talk to Dr. Paul Stevens, UK VP of IT for GlaxoSmithKline Pharmaceuticals. We asked Dr. Stevens, are UK businesses getting enough value from their IT?
So the only way I can answer that is from my own personal experience at GlaxoSmithKline. So I believe that we are now really beginning to concentrate our efforts on recognising what value is in our organisation and using IT to deliver that value. Now, my experience of other organisations is limited to what I read in the press. I have to say that value does seem to occur a lot more frequently in the press than it used to. So I think people are looking at this much more than they did in the past.
What strategic approaches do you think businesses should be taking?
Well, I think there are a couple of important points around this. The first is to identify what value is for your particular organisation. So value is something that differs not only between organisations, but also from parts of organisations to other parts. So, for instance, in GlaxoSmithKline, value in a commercial organisation will be related to sales in some way. A value in the research organisation is going to be related more to the number of products that are delivered. So I think that's the first important thing to say about value. You have to recognise what it is for your organisation. The second thing to say is that value can only be obtained if you understand the contribution that individual people can make to delivering that value. Delivery of value is not so much about technology, it's about people and how they use technology.
Thank you, Dr. Stevens. We then asked some of the delegates present what they thought the optimum approach was to gaining business value from IT.
It's got to be communication. I mean, if the IT department aren't communicating properly with the users and the users don't understand what the IT department are trying to do, you're not going to get value from the thing. So the whole essence has got to be the ability of the IT department to talk users and business language so the users feel very comfortable with what's being offered to them, they can support it. Because at the end of the day, it's really the user that's the sponsor of the project, not the IT department.
Well, it's a difficult question because it's really difficult to identify what the business value is in the first place, particularly if you work in a non-for-profit organisation. But that's an evasion, I guess. I think you've got to engage the business in determining what that value is, and then you've got to try and deliver that and focus entirely on that and try and avoid some of the techie issues that are necessary to deliver it. It's a question, I think, of abstracting yourself from the day-to-day and actually focusing on what the business wants.
I think the approach is to shift from the T of technology to the I of information.
The best value of IT is a very difficult thing to measure. But I think that one thing that I've come across is if we can make our PCs and our servers last that little bit longer, 1 year, 2 years rather than 1 year, 4 years rather than 3 years, we're actually increasing the value of that hardware asset. If we can make our software last longer, we don't have to replace the applications as quick. So I would say, to get the best value of IT, make your hardware and software last longer.
We hope we've given you an insight into innovative approaches for gaining best value from your IT. Thank you.